Greetings, true believers. It's your pal Spider-Man, and welcome to a dreary, lazy Saturday day. It's dreary here, it's raining. I think it's supposed to rain most of the morning, and then just be cool and overcast all day, and then getting some rain again tonight, and then raining all day tomorrow. So just kind of a lazy week, and you might be wondering what's going on with my hair. I'm trying to dye it a little bit darker. As I wash my hair, the color just kind of fades out over time. And so what we do is we put some of the hair coloring into our conditioner, and then we do that in the shower, but in the shower is not long enough to really get the color to soak in. So today I put the conditioner in after I got out of the shower, and I'm gonna let it sit for about an hour and just kind of let it soak in, and hopefully recolor or darken up some of the coloring in my hair. Just re-wet my face. It's been a few minutes since I got out of the shower. So we are still on Mystic Waters Appreciation Month. I'm going to be using Lily of the Valley, which is absolutely my favorite scent from Mystic Water. I'm not a huge floral guy, but I love the scent of Lily of the Valley. Just an amazing scent. Now it is the 11th day, so we're on K for the ABC's shave. I don't have any soaps that have a K. Well, I do have one soap that has a K in it, Leather and Smoke from Mystic Water, but I'm saving that one for S. And so I'm just using a non-K soap, but I do have a aftershave with a K in it, Mutterfucker, F-O-C-K-E-R. I don't think I have anything that actually starts with a K right now in the aftershaves. So since I'm still trying to stick with the Mystic Water all month, I'm going to be using Mutterfucker for the K. And I've got my Paladin Jack, which also has a K in it. So I'm meeting the intent there. So we're gonna get going with this lather here. So I know it's April 11th, 4/11. So what's the 4/11 out there? You got the info? Got the deets? I don't. Tax time's coming up. Hope everybody's got their taxes done already. If not, you got a few days to go. I think they're doing away with the penalties for late, just because of the whole COVID-19 thing. But I'm not positive. Man, this lather is really good today. Feels really good. We'll see how it shaves. I don't even know what I'm going to use today. I never picked out a razor, so we're going to go with, how about this? So this is a clone of the Schick O-style injector. It's been a while since I've used an injector. We'll see how it goes. I do like injectors a lot. They're kind of like the bridge between a DE razor and a cartridge razor. They're single bladed, so they have the advantage of a DE razor in that you've only got one blade and it's not gonna get too close to your skin and cause irritation, which is the problem that a lot of people have with carts. But they're dang near foolproof. The shaving angle is very intuitive. I don't think they have quite the learning curve that a double edge has. Whereas with a double edge, you really got to focus a lot on angle and pressure. And I think the angle for a injector razor just kind of somehow works itself out, and you don't really have to focus on the angle that you're holding it on your face. A little bit the same with pressure. I mean, I've always been a guy that puts a little bit of pressure on my razor. And I don't think that that putting pressure when you're using a injector razor is that much of a detriment as it is or can be with a double edge. I think it's just much more forgiving. And because it does use an injector blade, which is a little bit thicker than a double-edged blade, it's more rigid. And so you're never gonna get any blade chatter or vibration or anything like that, if that is something that you have sometimes in some razors that take double-edged blades, depending on the blade gap and other things. It's just a really easy shave. Like I said, there's quite a bit of a learning curve when you start using a double edge razor, but pretty much when you pick up a single edge injector, you're good to go. There's a little bit more water to this. I know most of the time when I do that, it ends up being off camera, but I'm just grabbing water in my hands like that, just picking up some water, and I push in a circular motion, and I just create this little hole there. So then I just take my brush and just drip in a few drops at a time to get some water in there. To me, that's the easiest way to get the water into the brush and get it incorporated with the soap. I found that if you dip your tips into like a cup of water or something, it's much more sloppy, and when you put it on your face, then the water tends to want to just come out immediately, because it's just on the surface and it hasn't soaked in fully yet. So I like getting the water down into the brush, and that way when you put the brush to your face, you kind of trap the water in there and force it to incorporate. At least that's my theory. I've always said that Injectors are so good, it's like cheating. It's like cheating for wet shaving. And you know, that's one of the things that I like about it is you know, if you're in a hurry, you need to kind of rush through a shave. It's something that you can just pick up and go without too much thought. I mean, obviously, if you've been wet shaving for years and you've got the muscle memory down and your technique is down, you know, as we've proven, you can wet shave blindfolded. So if you can do that, then you can do it with some speed if you need to with any razor, really. But if you don't, then this is probably your better option, is something a bit easier. So I'm just gonna get a little touch up here. I really don't like doing against the grain straight up and down strokes, so my last touch up is usually like a diagonal. And a little bit of a J hook in there. Soap is super slick. All I did was put a little bit of water in my face and I could do a whole pass with no additional soap right now because the slickness is so crazy. It's one reason I love Mystic Water soaps. Other reason is post-shave feel. Just makes your skin feel really good when you're done. I did have really good prep today. I was using Dragon's Beard hand soap in the shower. Well, not just hand soap, but a bath bar in the shower. And I use that mainly just on my face right before I get out of the shower so that my skin's nice and prepped. Oh wow, that was some really good post-shave feel right there. So soft, not dry at all. That feels really good. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried Mystic Water soap, you owe it to yourself. They've been around forever. I've been in this game for 10 years now. Well, just about. It'll be 10 years in May that I started wet shaving. And they are one of the first soap makers that I really got into. Let's see, I got in, was it 2000? I think maybe it was 2009, or maybe it's 2010 I got in. For some reason I was thinking it was 2009. Actually, I think I got in 2010. So yeah, almost 10 years. I don't think Mystic Water was around right there, but they were definitely the second batch of artisan soap makers. The first batch was St. Charles Shave, Mama Bear, and Honeybee were kind of like the first three big artisan soap makers. And of those, I think Mama Bear is the only one that is still around and still making soaps. And they make good soaps. They're a melt and pour, so it's a glycerin base, and it's a little different from what we're used to using, but they are perfectly good soaps, very inexpensive if you want to get into there. But then a couple years after that, Mystic Water came out along with a couple other companies like Mike's and Queen Charlotte and a few others. There was a span where there was like 5 to 10 new artisans that came out all at the same time, and that was what I called like the second wave. And Mystic Water was one of those, and I initially got her soaps and just immediately fell in love. The face feel alone is worth that. So again, a soap maker that's been around for a very long time, makes good stuff, has great scents. Highly recommend you try it if you haven't. And I love Motherfucker aftershave. I love the scent. It's somewhat cologne-y, but not overly cologne-y. I hate overly cologne-y scents. But what I love about this is it lasts all day long. And it actually changes. When you first put it on, it has one scent, which I can't really describe. It just smells good. And then about a half an hour later, when those top notes wear off, it changes. It transforms a little bit, and the scent becomes a little different. And then again, from my experience, somewhere around like 2, 3, 4 hours later, it changes again. As more stuff dries down, more stuff goes away, you're left with just this really awesome scent. And it's probably the longest lasting aftershave that I've ever used. And in fact, it lasts longer than some colognes I have. So they did that one right. I love this aftershave. I've got like 3 bottles in backup. When I found it was on sale, Black Friday or something like that, I stocked up because I like it so much, and I use it more often than I use some of my other stuff. So just really, really love it and highly recommend it. But that's the shave for today. We're done. What am I doing? I gotta do some paperwork. I gotta do a little bit of cleaning. I've been watching The Witcher on Netflix, and I got like 2 episodes to go, so I'm gonna try to finish that up today. And other than that, just stay inside, stay healthy, stay away from people, I guess. But we are doing another on the Cadre next week. We did one on Wednesday. We did a Zoom meetup where we all logged into the computers and use your cameras to share your face, and you can see everybody grid style up on the screen. And we just had a great time, a great conversation. It was tons of fun. Everybody was just sitting down either with a drink or sitting out on the front porch with a cigar, or just, you know, drinking water or whatever. It doesn't matter. But we just had a great time, and we're going to do it again this week. So if you want to join in on that type of stuff, join us at the Shaving Cadre, sign up, and you can sign up for the Zoom meetup. Chad will send out the details when the sign up starts. So yeah, we had a great time. We'll see you guys later. Bye.